Hey everyone, I got my new turbo in. It's a G30-900 with 82 AR housing from Garrett. I previously had their GTX 3285 Gen 2, and that ended up going out on me in like 6 months after dyno session and one race. But I decided to go with their new G Series lineup this time around. I've heard some good results, and so here we go. Let's see how it looks, and comes with a nice little V band from Garrett. This is sorry for all the movement, but it's a little windy today, and it comes with a nice little billet wheel, speed sensor. This is actually like a 2-inch outlet, which I'm really shocked about because of my precision. Had like a 2.5-inch outlet, so that's really strange, but it's really nice. Really nice. What I do like is that now they have the port for a boost source instead of tapping your, hot side pipe or whatnot. So that's really nice that they have that this time around. Now let's flip it over. I like the fact that it's a V-band on the exhaust side, so now you can turn the exhaust very easily. I wish they would have had a V-band on the compressor side as well, because that would make things a lot easier to move, but they just have still the bolts on this side. But it is what it is. What I like is that they have the ports for the water lines. You can run them on the same side now instead of one in the front, one in the back. So I'm going to try this time mounting both of my water lines in the front so that I don't have to go to the back anymore. And it comes with its own oil fitting and everything, and restrictor, which is also nice because some people might run an aftermarket one that might mess up the turbo, so it's really nice that they provide that this time around. Also, here's the exhaust side, which is really nice, and it's V-band. So I have to take it to my buddy Danny, who's gonna have to fab up my new downpipe, or either modify this one that I have, which is currently V-band. So he's gonna see if he has to modify it, or I bought all new piping in case he just wants to build me a new one. So we're gonna see how that goes, and that way I can get this car back on the road. This has been down a year due to broke the transmission. Decided to play with my buddy's 900 horsepower Chevelle, and after I dynoed 755 on the GTX, and I was on street tires, these little tires, these are my cruising wheels and stuff, and of course, front wheel drive doesn't hook when you try to put street tires and 700 plus horsepower on. So I ended up breaking my transmission, lifter, the turbo went out, just a lot of stuff, and was pretty expensive to replace everything. So now it's got a dog box in it, new lifters, new turbo, since Garrett was, warranted the other turbo because they were kind of shocked that it went out so quickly. I did have my drain correctly and everything. It just, I don't know why it went out. They provide us that too, which is nice. But I have I had an oil restrictor, and I have this oil pressure regulator. It's a Turbo Smart. I even have that hooked up to the car to make sure that the turbo is not receiving too much oil pressure. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes this time around. And some say I want a little smaller than before, and because the one thing about the GTX, I felt like it spooled kind of late on the street compared to my Precision 64, 66, and Precision 62, 66 that I had. Both of those would spool about 42 to 4400 RPMs. My GTX was getting full boost and making power around like 4500 to 5K. So it just felt like really, it came on really late, but once it came on, it was coming, but at that point you're playing like catch up, right? And so um, the thing about the street, power band wins races most of the time. So if I didn't have like spray or something, or I didn't brake boost well, it'll be definitely hard for me to catch up to a lot of people. But otherwise than that, it was a great turbo. It was really nasty up top, but I feel like this is like a hybrid from what I've been reading and did all my research. There's not a lot of information on it, but this is like a hybrid turbo of GTX Gen 2 3076 or 3576 Gen 2 with a little, as they say, GTX 3582 Gen 1 in it. So it's kind of like a hybrid turbo, it seems like. There's not really much information, and a lot of people don't have this turbo. From what I've seen, it's been out for a couple of years now. They usually go straight to the G30-900 or the G30-770, but so I decided to go with this because I feel it's a 62 millimeter. It's a little smaller than what I had before, and hopefully get some better spool out of it and power band, but we'll see. I'm excited to see how it does, revving this car to 8K, and hopefully if it still makes, because this is rated at 900 horsepower at the flywheel, which I talked to Garrett about, because their power is rated at the flywheel, so it'll leave me around 750 to the wheels, maxed out at 35 pounds. So I'll be happy if it does that and has a better power band. I'll be fine with that, and we'll see. And hopefully I can get this car to the track, once again. Finally, it's been a long time. So once I get it off the dyno, I'm going straight to the track this time. I'm not going to mess around on street tires or anything. Just going to go straight, put the slicks on, and let it rip.